I'm Park Minchan. The topic I'm going to talk about today is that conclusions are fate. To this day, mankind has a destiny. No, fate is not science. You're saying a lot of things, but because no one has revealed the truth. That's why so many people are confused. Is there really a destiny? It's not a superstition, but like there's a destiny. The journey you've been on until now, the one that has been concluded, and the one that has been concluded, is your destiny. So whatever you decide to do, this is your fate, and it's also your fate to go wrong. So it's your fate to succeed or fail, to meet someone, to take a test, or to get promoted well. That's also your fate. It's also your fate to fail. That applies to everything. Fate is when we love each other and do everything. It's all part of the process. Once you come to a conclusion, that's your destiny. For example, I've decided to start a business in 2024. But if you know your fate, there's less chance of failure. There's a higher chance of success. That's right. What if you're destined to fail? If you know you're destined to fail, it's very advantageous. You need to know this for everything. For example, if you're running for congressman next year, you want to run, but you don't know if it'll happen or not, you have to look at your fate. If you run, you'll have an 80% chance of winning. If you like the other person more than you like the other person, you become the other person, and if you're 80% sure that the other person is the other person, that's how you can run for office. If you're 60% sure or 70% sure, you can find someone less sure than that. If you know your fate, you have a better chance of succeeding. Of failing. When you run for office, you usually have to spend 2 to 3 to 5 billion won. It's good if you succeed after that. But what will you do? You'll lose money, you'll be humiliated, and you'll live your life to the fullest. If you know about civilization, you won't fail like this. If you know about civilization, you have a better chance of succeeding. When I see that his business is doing well, it's not good for his business prosperity. That's why fate is so important. Yes, it is. It applies to all of us. Then how do you know your fate? Everyone has that. If you unravel it, you'll know your fate. How that person lives, how well they live, and how healthy and prosperous they are. What you should do, when it's good to get married, and whether it's good or bad to meet a woman, are all part of your destiny. If you look at the fortune-telling, you'll find out. Of course, you need a good judge of character. If you go and see it when you're wrong, it'll be the other way around. If you listen to what you're wrong about, you won't fail. For example, if you see someone who can't be elected, you'll lose billions of won because of that. You have to do it to someone who's good at it. In Korea, it's the astute philosopher who's good at 48 years old. There are a lot of astute philosophers these days. There are a lot, but I think less than 10. That's how much each of us knows. Of course, there are times when we see a little bit of it. But when it comes to birth and when we die, that's also the process. So we need to know all of it. You need to know everything. If you look at anyone's fate as their fate, you're likely to fail. If it's seen by a good viewer, that great viewer will have a promising future. That's why I say this. The fortune teller and the feng shui scholar are better than any teacher. Because there's nothing more precise than telling your fate and your future, whether you've succeeded or not. There's nothing better than that. How would your parents know? A school teacher can't do that. No one in society can teach you that clearly. No one. That's why I'm trying to predict. That person is a great teacher. We don't know the details yet. Both scholars and feng shui scholars are treated very poorly. In Chunan. That's why I don't like this at all. People who practice feng shui are called guans. The guans are given to you from a position of power. Why do you think it works? The rise and fall of the country, all the companies, and our people are the ones who can make this happen. That's why I gave you a position, to show that civil servants, level 5, give them a government administrators and above. If that person dies, it won't be a student from Haian High School, but a minister from Haian High School, or something like that. In the suburbs, feng shui scholars, and I can say that with confidence. So the feng shui is very clear. My descendants will have to write, not about the students, but park mention of the local high school. That's how much the scallop was broken. That's how important it was. So feng shui scholars are powerful masters. Then, how much of your fate will be decided? 90 of it will be decided right away. 90 of your fate will be decided. From the moment you are born to the moment you die, the process will be 90. What I'm trying to say is, when you think about your personality, whether you'll succeed or not, what kind of person you should date, you can do 90 of the process. So if you look at your fate, it's a big role. What's most important is how we are destined to be born. You're destined to be born. If destiny is good, you can become bonus alpha with just 10% effort. That's why even a little effort can have such an effect. Next time, I'll tell you how our fate will be decided. I'll tell you how our fate, the fate of all human beings, the fate of companies, and the fate of countries, will be decided next time. It's very important. There's no one in the world who can say that. I can guarantee you that the reason why you can't say that is because you don't know the feng shui. Today, I have something very, very important to tell you. All right, that's it for today. Today's topic of conclusions was destiny. Thank you.
우리의 신개념 스타트업은 풍수지리 명당 설명자 모집으로서 당신의 사업을 위한 렌탈 서비스 미래를 담은 식당, 서빙 로봇, 편리함을 제공하는 카드 대리점, 필요한 시점에서 도움을 주는 병원 자금, 안정적인 투자를 위한 부동산 대출 등 다양한 분야에서 풍수지리, 강의 등 한 번에 사업을 시작할 수 있는 기회를 제공합니다. 우리는 풍수지리 명당 설명자를 창출하며 다양한 사업을 이끌 분을 모십니다. 전화주세요. 010-2509-5583 또는 02-766-2749 전화주세요.
광고입니다. 네이버 카카오 지도에서 월드부동산 중개 검색하고 길 안내 받으세요. 3호선 안국역 인근 월드부동산은 오피스텔월드 1층 107호 주차장에 있으며 서울시 종로구 율곡노육길 36, 운이동 65-1이고 월드부동산 대표 공인중개사 박윤수, 연락처 01-0250-95583 또는 02-766-2749이고 등록번호 281-590-0704입니다. 구독해주세요. 구독.